The one iconic thing about the Star Wars franchise, at least to me of course, is the lightsaber duels. One thing that a lot of fans are looking forward to seeing in Star Wars Episode 9, something that was completely absent in The Last Jedi. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as seen in The Force Awakens, we got that lightsaber duel between both, of course, Kylo Ren and Rey, something that we did not see in The Last Jedi, where, as opposed to fighting each other, they were actually fighting beside each other in order to fend off the Praetorian Guards after the murder of Supreme Leader Snoke by Kylo Ren. Now, going into Episode 9, one thing that we do know is that J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio plan on giving us one of the most epic lightsaber duels in Star Wars history. Now, specifically, Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver will begin shooting for their big lightsaber duel sequence next month, leading into January. They have been rehearsing for it on and off for months and have been actually going through numerous preparations. One of the sets that both Daisy and Adam will film on is a set described as having a ton of wreckage and fire, where they will engage in a lightsaber duel. This is said to be the beginning of the fight. It's said J.J. Abrams plans on making this the biggest and most epic lightsaber duel in Star Wars. Both Adam Driver and Daisy's stunt doubles will be involved in the scene for dangerous stunts, including the two hanging on ropes besides a very tall cliff set piece while they fight with their lightsabers. This cliff set piece will actually be filmed over in Cardington, since it's too massive and tall for the stunt doubles. Another sequence for the fight will include both Daisy and Adam running away from a sequence that will be inserted into a green screen, which is said to be a landslide of sorts that will be ultra realistic. This duel will actually require lots of stunts and takes to make it feel authentic. A sequence will also be shot including Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley crossing a bridge that is ready to fall apart between two cliffs during the duel. It's said that this fight is to have a lot of medieval tones to it. So, one thing that I really do want to go over that really kind of just honestly strikes my interest here has all to do with the cliff sequences here, something that we have never seen in a Star Wars movie per se. You know, when we have two figures engaging in a lightsaber duel, fighting each other on a cliff, and while they are climbing up a cliff with a rope, that to me sounds epic. Now, I don't know about you guys, but looking at J.J. Abrams, we do know that he's trying his very best in order to make this movie really stand out from The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens, in order to also not only make it the best sequel trilogy film, but the best Star Wars film to date, even though I believe you can't top Empire, you can't top Return of the Jedi, in my opinion. But looking at Revenge of the Sith between Anakin and Obi-Wan, that duel, guys, I don't know about you, but there's no way you can top that. Whatever JJ plans on doing, good for him, but I just don't see them topping the Anakin versus Obi-Wan duel. I mean, the CGI, the scenery, the music, everything about it was so emotional. It was like an emotional roller coaster, both, you know, emotionally and literally almost, you know. I really felt a lot of adrenaline while watching that in the theaters. But as far as going for, you know, Episode 9 between both Kylo Ren and Rey, you know, these different set pieces that include a lot of fire and wreckage and cliffs, and their stunt doubles playing Kylo Ren and Rey will be climbing up a cliff with a rope that is said to be a dangerous stunt as well, as they will be using lightsabers with one hand while climbing up this cliff. So again, this is very, very much like a medieval type of thing that they are doing in Episode 9. There's a lot of medieval tones to it, which honestly isn't anything new, but it seems like they're really trying to go to the extreme now. In Episode 9, you know, with The Force Awakens, we got Maz Kanata's castle, we got the crossguard lightsaber, Captain Phasma basically looks like a knight from medieval times. You know, you can see all of the different tones in place already. And even in The Last Jedi, you know, like Snoke is the king, somebody kills the king, which is Kylo Ren. You can see all these little tones here. So going into Episode 9, they will be taking it further. The thing that really, honestly, makes me very curious is the sequence that they will be filming between these two cliffs, with a bridge in the middle. Now, Kylo Ren and Rey crossing one of those bridges, I'm imagining it's like the traditional bridges that you see in the movies where they're walking on top of it, starts to break apart, and then they start hanging on one piece. I can imagine it to be something like that. It seems like that this actual fight is going to be somewhat similar to Anakin versus Obi-Wan in a sense where the danger is not only between themselves, but the environment around them. And I think that's what made the Revenge of the Sith fight so emotional, so adrenaline pumping, and just so fun, right? Because not only were their lives at stake, but also you are focusing on what's happening around them. You know, the lava, the rain of lava hitting, you know, the different structures, the structures falling apart. Loved it. So as far as what J.J. Abrams doing, you know, this sounds pretty cool so far, but I'm not quite sure if it will top Revenge of the Sith. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.